also support the part that doesn't like you. It's going to also support the idea of eternal life, but it's going to be eternal suffering for you. So the part of you that doesn't love you is going to say, yes, you live forever after death, but you are going to hell and you're going to burn forever and everything's going to be horrible. There's a part of us, the Course says, that hates us so much that it tries to convince us that it'll still kick our butt even after we die. I'd kick your butt all your life. I'm the part of you that gave you a hard time all your life, made your life miserable. You just had the worst relationships. Your bank account is pitiful. You got some unknown diseases that's never been seen by man. You haven't had a date in 20 years. You don't know what sex is. And if you did, you'd say it was sinful. That part of you that would make a life like that, that's the part of you that doesn't really care much for you. And then it's so cruel that it make up a teaching that'll tell you, and even after you die, you will continue to suffer forever. And some people hate themselves so much, they love to hear it. And give a lot of money to hear it. I'll give you 10% of my income to tell me that I'm a guilty sinner and I'm going to hell tomorrow, okay? How about it? MasterCard, Visa, what? And you realize that that's a rule that they made up that governs nothing, that attacks the truth that they're really loving beings, but at the same time, it's coming from this idea that I'm different from everybody else, and somehow or another I'm set off from others. And the Course says we believe that some false ideas are true and more valuable than other false ideas. And then he says, this is the really kick, he says, each one establishes this for himself and makes it true by his attack on what another values. In other words, I establish what my truth is, my belief system, and then I make my belief system true by attacking yours. I come up with my beliefs, but I make my belief the one that's the real one, and I tell you, you're crazy for yours. Everybody be familiar with that one. I make up what I believe, and then everybody who doesn't believe like me, I attack them. He says, the Course says, that's how you make the first chaotic law that creates chaos in your life. Is you make up something you think is true, he says to me, and then not only that, you turn around and you judge everybody else who doesn't do it the way you've made up it should be done. Like everybody should be living according to the rules you've made up for yourself, which, by the way, you disobey most of the time yourself, and so therefore you feel guilty because you know you're trying to get other people to do stuff you don't do yourself. Have a nice day. That's when myself talks to me. And you innocent, and you cute, and you sweet, and you can't lose the love of God. But you crazy, boy. Oh, I'm so glad that I know I have no power over you. Because that means you don't have any over me. All I have to do is lose the fear of death, and I'll really be free. That's what I admire about a lot of the terrorists. They don't seem to care too much about that. That's why we need to leave them alone. That is not the American's consciousness. The average American will not blow themselves up for a cause. Believe me. They don't even like to leave their living rooms. So we need to leave these people alone. That's just a little commercial, but don't pay attention to me. Somebody that doesn't fear death will do anything. But you know something? That's the way we've all got to become. That we do not fear death. Not for the purpose of attack. Because one thing the dude realized when he got through blowing everybody up was they was there with him after the bomb went off. All of them went out the body and didn't die at the same time, and they were with him. All right, Mr. Bomber. You know what they said? All right, so all of them out of the body, they've been blown up, right? And so they all there together. The guy who thought he killed him, he's still alive, and he didn't realize, but he felt like he was gonna, have like so many virgins waiting for him after death or something. and then he finds out it's all the people he thought he blew up. And according to some metaphysical teachers that I can't prove they're true or false, the rumor is that they would probably say, if it was based on love, they'd probably say something like, but boy, wasn't it exciting how we decided to kill ourselves this time? And man, you really did the terrorist thing really, really cool. Can I be the terrorist the next time? Okay. That's the way it really ends. We're kids who've forgotten that we're playing with toys we made. And now it seems so real. Thank you for listening to that much of what I had to say. I just want to give you some food for thought right now. We're going to work our way through the laws of chaos. It's going to be fun. You're going to hear some stuff that's going to blow your mind. Like, what's the point? The point is to remember that we are having revealed to us the thoughts, beliefs, the rules that keep the chaos and the fear going in our life that we want to let go of. That in order to let go of the chaos or the fear or the unhappiness you have right now, you have to clearly see the rules you're making up that you're not aware of that's creating the pain that you're going through. And that's what we're doing. So just becoming aware is the answer. And this is making us more aware of what is going on. Be aware of what is going on. Become aware of what is going on. Be aware of what's going on. Be aware of what's going on. Be aware of what's going on. Be aware. What did I say? Be aware. Tell somebody, look at them in the eye and say, be aware. Not in a negative, fearful way, be aware. But in a calm way, aware. Don't let your happiness be lost because you are obeying rules that other people made up for your happiness.
Be aware.
Be aware. Be aware. Be aware. At a conscious level, that it was like, I was going to go wild. I was just going to go wild. Because I could do anything I wanted. With anybody I wanted it. However I wanted it. What happens is that, at least what happened for me, was that my desire for peace became so strong that I started to not to want to connect with people if I thought it was going to create conflict. Cut way down. You find that your desire to have peace begins to govern your decisions instead of right and wrong. And that's a better way to guide yourself is about what's going to bring the most peace than it is by right and wrong, because right and wrong is one of those personal beliefs, the personal truth that's different for everyone, that everybody attacks everybody else for, to try to make their belief be the true one. So I do whatever I want to do in complete peace and freedom, but I like to join with beings of a like mind and heart. Because then there's no conflict. Because you're with two beings who take 100% responsibility for their experience. So even if it does mess up, they're not going to blame you because they take 100% responsibility for their experience. They chose to have that experience with you. They're not going to attack you for their result. And you're not going to attack them. You know you can have the love all the time, can come to you from every direction, so you don't become too attached to any one channel. You know that love will always come to you through the body that will allow it, and in other ways. So if a person decides they don't want to be the channel for love for you anymore, love just goes, it's like, it's like if you're watching water flow and there was an opening, and then you put a block over the opening, the water just bumps against the block and then just keeps on flowing. So if you don't want to love me, that's like the love bumps into your block and then keeps on flowing and comes through the person that's ready to let it come through to me now. But if I'm attached to any particular person being the channel for the love, then I'm screwed. Because then if they don't want to give it to me, I spend all my time trying to get that stopper unplugged when there could have been like 1,000 other openings that were already ready to give me the love right here, right now, today. So then it came down to, do I want the love today or do I want the love in the future? And if I want the love today, I need to let the love come to me in the way that it can best come to me right now, even if I don't know the way that is. So I changed my whole focus from the channel to the source. And I've never been without love since. But I used to like attach to a person, and even when they changed their mind, I would spend all my time trying to get them to love me again, which was really slowing the process down, because the love always came to me in a person or form that was better than it was coming before. You ever wonder why when you break up with somebody, they never call you back? They try to get back with you? They're happier now. If they weren't, they'd be calling you trying to get back with you. They'd be trying to spend time with you again. So they're actually experiencing more joy now than they were. But it was the other way around. They left you, and then all of a sudden they went, wow, I recognize this person was giving me some really good love compared to what I'm, because we learned through comparison and contrast. Then we go, oh my God, could you give me one more chance? I recognize the error of my ways. And they might say, yeah, sure, let's do it. They might do that. You never have to be without love and joy and people caring about you and nurturing you and loving you and doing things with you. And never, ever, ever. Matter of fact, your problem will become a little bit of feeling guilty because you can't spend time like you like to with all of them. Because you just don't have the physical time and there's too many cool people. So what do? Well, you be in the moment. And you let each moment lead you to the next one. And it'll tell you what to do. Like, for instance, the people that I should be with, I learned were the people that are in front of my face. So, being here with you, I know that you're the people that I'm supposed to be with right now. Not only do I know that you're the people that I'm supposed to be with right now, I know that all the good that I could possibly experience in this moment would come through you. So I don't have to look anywhere else. But my mind used to be here wishing I was with somebody who was somewhere else. Because I thought they held my happiness, and as soon as I could get with them, when this class won't end, so I can get with them, you see. But that's if you think about it, that's not too smart of a plan, because that always keeps your joy somewhere else other than where you're located. Then you say, well, I don't really care that much about the people in front of my face compared to the person I want to be with. That's the whole process of being on a spiritual path. It's where you get to the point you realize the value of everyone to you all the time, and that they're all equally able to give you love. So be gentle with yourself in the process. It's okay if you have special ones that you want to be with more than others. Those are just the people who are selected to give you an opportunity to practice what you're reading about. And that includes movies and popcorn, if you like to have that. All right? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay. So one thought to leave with this week is, no one's governed by my laws. Just be with that thought this week as much as you can think of, especially when you're getting upset. Remind yourself, no one is governed by the rules you've made up. They're never betraying you. They just never were ruled by you. Even if they tell you they're going to do it, and they don't do it. Because you know that you don't always do everything you say you're going to do all the time, do you? Does anybody in here always do everything that they said they're going to do all the time? Please raise your hand. I want to see you. Okay, then, and just remember, the denial is not a river in Egypt. It's okay. Well, that's great. That's great, brother. Who am I to say what you experienced? You know what I mean? But I know you. So my judgment is much more firm. No. My interesting point of view. It's much more firm. So I'm putting all my classes, on video, so you can watch them at my website or YouTube or whatever. I'm getting ready to do a bunch more lessons. I ran out of the lessons I videoed, so I'm getting ready to video the rest of the lessons. I got up to 234, so I'm at the end. I got to add some more. So you can always Google my name in the workbook lesson, and I'll come up and do it on YouTube. You see me reading the lesson and going through the lesson. I want us to really take advantage of each other and remember this stuff. So that's why I'm doing all of this. So I love you. I appreciate you. I free you.